Museums represent the quintessence of the best that has been thought, done, and acted upon by humanity. Each museum piece is concentrated history. As Shakespeare would say, it is patience on a monument. If the museum artifacts could speak, they would speak the history, culture, value system of the countries. We are indebted to the museums for keeping us reminded of a great past. We have a shared culture. Museums reflect that. On this International Museums Day, it is very appropriate that this exhibition has been held here, which reflects the perennial friendship between the two great nations, Vietnam and India. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So we are here to celebrate the 133 birth anniversary of Ho Chi Minh, and for that occasion we had organized a photo exhibition on the ground floor, and we're going to have His Excellency the Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, and His Excellency Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, the Ambassador of SR Vietnam in India at any moment. They are just having a glance of the photographs. Any moment we could have them here on the gallery. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have His Excellency Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, the Governor of West Bengal, and His Excellency Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, the Ambassador of Soviet in SR Vietnam in India. And they're approaching to the dais. I sincerely request, I take this pleasure to invite them to directly come to the dais and bless us. Here we have the Governor of West Bengal and the Ambassador of SR Vietnam in India, and I sincerely take this pride to invite both of them to come to the dais, and along with them, I also would like to request Dr. Shayan Bhattacharya, Education Officer, Indian Museum, Ms. Kusum Jain, President, Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, and Mr. Prem Kapoor, Vice President of course, Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, to join us on the stage. Thank you very much. I sincerely request them to take their respective seat. I request Madam Kusum Jain and Mr. Prem Kapoor also to join us on stage. We still have the national anthem of Vietnam. I request you to please continue standing up. Thank you very much. I request our honorable guest and the audience to please kindly take their seats so that we could take this seminar to its next level. Now here's time to represent our Indian culture and to felicitate the guests that we have with us on this occasion. First, it's been felicitated on behalf of Indian Museum. I request Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya to felicitate His Excellency Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal. Thank you, sir. Now the time comes to felicitate His Excellency Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, the Ambassador of Vietnam in India. Thank you very much. This has been a very beautiful presentation, and I hope it'll light the occasion. And now it's time to felicitate Ms. Kusum Jain, the President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. Thank you very much. Thank you, and last but not least, here is time to felicitate Mr. Prem Kapoor, the Vice President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. Thank you, Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya. He is the Education Minister of Indian Museum. Now it's time to felicitate on behalf of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. And I request Mr. Arvind Kori to present the bouquet to His Excellency Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, the Governor of West Bengal. And Mr. Amitabh Chakraborty to present the bouquet to His Excellency the Ambassador of Vietnam in India. Thank you. Mr. Bimal Sharma to present the bouquet to Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya. Here we go for the next one. Ms. Aarti Singh to present the bouquet to Ms. Kusum Jain. And Mr. Pradeep Jivrajka to present the bouquet to Mr. Prem Kapoor, who is just at the left. Thank you very much. Again, I take the privilege to request Mr. Jagdish Mishra, who is an entrepreneur, to present the shawl to His Excellency the Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose. Jagdish Mishra to present the shawl to His Excellency the Governor of West Bengal. He's a budding entrepreneur and a very philanthropic person, very actively involved in social and cultural activities. Thank you. I request him to be on the stage. He has to do so many honors to request him to felicitate with the shawl to His Excellency the Governor, the Ambassador of Vietnam in India. And next, I request him to present the Uttariya to Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya. Here we go to felicitate Ms. Kusum Jain, the President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. Next, I request him to present the Uttariya to Mr. Prem Kapoor, the Vice President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. Last but not least, I would like to request Ms. Kusum Jain to present books of Mr. Gitesh Sharma to His Excellency, the Governor of West Bengal. Gitesh Sharma, who in fact dedicated 50 years of his life for the development of bilateral relationship between India and Vietnam. He has written many books, and Ms. Kusum Jain is going to present his books to His Excellency, the Governor. Mr. Gitesh Sharma has written almost 25 books, and many of his books are about Indo-Vietnam relationships, and I'm very delighted that books have been presented to the Governor. Thank you very much. Now, here it's time to have the welcome address. And to do this honor, I would like to request Dr. Shayan Bhattacharya, Education Officer, Indian Museum, Kolkata, to do this honor.
Good morning. His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal and the Chairman Board of Trustees, Indian Museum, Dr. C.V. Anand-Bose, the Honorable Ambassador of Vietnam in India, Mr. Yen Thanh Hai, President IVSC, Srimati Kusum Jain, Vice President IVSC, Mr. Prem Kapoor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege for me to be called upon to propose the welcome address on this very special day. Ladies and gentlemen, today is International Museum Day, and we are in collaboration with INDO-VIETNAM Solidarity Committee organizing a photo exhibition and a seminar on imprints of Indian culture in Vietnam. The theme for this year's International Museum Day is Museum Sustainability and Well-being. Museums are key contributors to the well-being and the sustainable development of our communities. Indian Museum is the oldest and the largest museum in our country. This multipurpose institution with multidisciplinary activities is the pride of the nation, being included as the institute of national importance in Article 62 of the 7th Schedule for the Constitution of India. Indian Museum feels privileged to welcome His Excellency the Honorable Governor of West Bengal and the Chairman Board of Trustees Indian Museum, Dr. C.V. Anand-Bose ji, among us today. We are extremely grateful for your kind presence, sir. As a distinguished personality and a leader of great repute, His Excellency's presence adds an extra layer of significance to the inauguration. His esteemed presence will undoubtedly inspire all the attendees and contributes to the success of the exhibition. We want to take up the opportunity to extend our humble gratitude to you, sir, for extending your help and kind support as the head of the family in this prestigious institution. Thank you once again, sir, for your precious time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have recently witnessed the unique vision of His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand-Bose ji's Jan Raj Bhavan, where common people can explore and take the essence of the historical journey of the Raj Bhavan through the heritage work. Furthermore, Kalakranti is an important initiative launched by the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand-Bose, aimed at promoting and preserving the rich cultural heritage of Bengal. It gives me immense pleasure to extend warm welcome to His Excellency the Honorable Ambassador of Vietnam in India, Mr. Yen Thanh Hai. We truly privileged and honored for his kind presence today. His presence here today is a testament of close relationship between our two nations and highlights the importance of the cultural ties that bind us together. We are honored to have Ms. Kusum Jain, Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. I sincerely acknowledge your inspiration and enthusiasm, madam. We would also like to welcome Mr. Prem Kapoor, Vice President, Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee. The purpose of rejoicing this day is to mark people aware of the conservation and importance of the cultural heritage and to attract them to the heritage by giving information about such sites located in different countries of the world. This day must remind us that culture is a tool for human existence and social development. I also acknowledge the hard work of all museum staff, CISF personnel, and members of the Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee to make this event possible. I welcome all the participant delegates of the seminar, friends of the media, on this historic day. With all this word, I invite all of you to take the oath of commitment to protect and conserve our rich heritage in a more inclusive way for the generations to come. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya. He's been very cordial throughout our approach to materialize this session of today. Thank you very much. Now it's time, I would like to request Ms. Kusum Jain, the President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, to address the gathering.
Your Excellency, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Your Excellency, Honorable Ambassador of Vietnam, Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, respected Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya, Education Officer of Indian Museum, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, Mr. Prem Kapoor, Vice President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, eminent scholars, cultural and social activists, budding scholars, guests and friends. Very, very warm and happy morning to all of you. Today, two important things I would like to share today. First, there is a International Museum Day, and second, we are also present here to mark the 133rd birth anniversary of President Ho Chi Minh here. So, in this reference, I would like to share two things. The reason behind organizing this seminar in collaboration with Indian Museum is quite significant. The foundation of Indo-Vietnam friendship relations are very deeply rooted in our culture, more than 2,000 years. The Mission, the religious city of temple, it's a World Heritage now, is one of the testimony of the influence of Indian civilization in Vietnam. And Vietnam has sincerely efforts to preserve the ancient artifacts, gem temples, Buddhist stupas and monastery. Today, most of the audience present here, young or old, not much about this aspect of Vietnam. Secondly, I sincerely wish that there should be some replicas of those artifacts in Indian Museum also. And I know a day will come when my wish will come true. Last but not the least, I would like to mention that Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh holds special place in the hearts of the people of Calcutta. Ho Chi Minh was a great man of culture, and Kolkata is a city of culture. We call it a capital of culture. So in that connection, it is very appropriate to organize this seminar in Indian Museum. We hope this seminar will help in creating some awareness regarding deep-rooted, centuries-old bonds. We are proud to be an integral part of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, which since its inception in our mentor in the leadership of late Mr. Gitesh Sharma, has tried not only to enhance but to explore new vistas in the field of culture and literature through people's diplomacy. So thank you once again, all of you. Long live President Ho Chi Minh, long live Indo-Vietnam Solidarity, long live International Museum Day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Kusum Jain. She is leading Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee after the physical departure of Mr. Gitesh Sharma, who dedicated his life for the development of Indo-Vietnam relations. And now it's time, I would like to request His Excellency Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, the Ambassador of SR Vietnam in India, to address the gathering on this occasion. Here we go. I request the Ambassador of Vietnam.
Good morning to you all. The Honorable Governor of West Bengal, His Excellency Ananda Bose, President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, Kusum Jain, the Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya, Education Officer, Indian Museum, honorable speakers and moderators, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure and pride that I stand before you today as the Ambassador of Vietnam to India on this momentous occasion of celebrating the 133rd birthday of our beloved President Ho Chi Minh. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee and the Indian Museum for hosting this seminar on the imprints of Indian culture in Vietnam, which beautifully captures the deep-rooted connection between our two nations. I also very much appreciate the presence of Honorable Governor of West Bengal, His Excellency Ananda Bose. This shows how appreciate the government of West Bengal to the relationship with Vietnam. India and Vietnam share a rich history of cultural exchange and mutual admiration that has flourished over centuries. The ties that bind us are woven through fabric of Asian trade routes, spiritual exchanges, and the collective pursuit of freedom and independence. Our shared cultural heritage continue to shape and influence our societies today. One particular region that has played a significant role in fostering this cultural exchange is West Bengal, and especially Kolkata. So West Bengal is the land of bravery and the land of heroism. Many Indian heroes was born from this land. I come to learn about the history of India, and I found the fact that many of heroes from this land. And in 1960s, the street of Kolkata reverberated with the slogan, Thomanam, Amanam, Vietnam, Vietnam. Your name, my name, Vietnam, Vietnam. That was really touched, and Vietnamese people can never forget. The Champa civilization and in the south and central of Vietnam is really play a significant role in linking Indian cultural elements and practice with Vietnam. And located on the eastern coast of India, West Bengal has been melting pot of diverse culture, attracting traders, pilgrims, scholars from different corners of the world. Its strategic location along the Bay of Bengal has made it a hub of maritime trade, connecting India with Southeast Asia, including Vietnam. Now I already mentioned about Champa civilization. The attitude toward the Champa heritage embodied in the Indian-influenced Champa kingdom is complex yet pragmatic. Further, Buddhism was said to be introduced in Vietnam by the Indian Buddhist monks since the 3rd century BC. Vietnam and India have close cultural ties and many shared values. The relationship between two countries have been cultivated by generations of our two peoples and leaders like Ho Chi Minh and Mahatma Gandhi, and has made remarkable progress since the two countries established diplomatic relationship 50 years ago. Since being elevated to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2016, the relationship between our two countries has gone in depth, serving the interests of the two peoples in more practical ways. And thanks to deep-rooted connection from the past, the connectivity between our two countries has been further strengthened. Now we have 50 direct flights a week between our two countries. We also have direct shipping lines that have facilitated growing trade between Vietnam and India, which reached $15 billion last year. I am very delighted to see Kolkata is a hub of connectivity between Vietnam and India, with 14 direct flights from Kolkata to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, and a shipping line operated by Vietnam International Maritime Corporation to ports of Vietnam. So Kolkata is a hub and play a very important role. In the modern historical context, the late 19th and early century witnessed many people from the southern India traveling to Ho Chi Minh City, and in the past it is known as Saigon, for business and living. At its peak, The Indian community in the southern part of Vietnam is believed to have numbered nearly 30,000. Now more and more Indian people are visiting Vietnam thanks to the easy travel and better understanding of Indian people about a new Vietnam. Vietnam today is a dynamic, open country that serves better the well-being of its people. Vietnam has a network of 15 free trade agreements with 63 major countries in the world, and an economy that grew at 8% last year. And in 2022, over 137,000 Indians visited Vietnam. And Vietnam opened up with France, and we all always treasure the friendship and the traditional relationship with France, like the people of India and the people of West Bengal. We appreciate that India has set up a cultural center in Hanoi in September 2016, and it was renamed as Swami Vivekananda Culture Center in August 2018. And the Center for Vietnam Studies in New Delhi, which was established in March 2018 to promote a comprehensive understanding of India and to foster a close link between the people of both countries through cultural exchange. India harnessed its shared cultural potential with Vietnam in contemporizing the Cham civilization. It's truly a source of the 21st century soft power, prowess. It is also important to note here that when India's President Ram Nath Kovind visited Vietnam in 2018, he began his visit from Da Nang, a place believed to have a rich historical civilizational connected with India. Da Nang is famous for its World Heritage Site My Sơn, which you can see in the museum, which is considered the origin and home of the Hindu Cham civilization, which date back 2,000 years ago, and the ancient temple of their people constructed by the kings of Champa between the 4th and the 13th century AD, which also have Buddhist connection. The intricate carvings of depicting Hindu deities and mythological scenes vividly reflect the cultural synthesis that occur between our nations. Many of their shrines honor Shiva, often shown as a linga, while their carving depict all manner of Hindu deities. And I really appreciate we have the gallery today to showcase all the paintings between all the carvings and the relics that we can see, the religion, the Hindus and the Lingas and etc. present in Vietnam. So thank you very much for this. India is also providing technical assistance worth $2.25 million for conservation and restoration of ancient Cham monuments at the World Heritage Site of My Sơn in Quảng Nam province of Vietnam, showcasing the deep civilizational connection between our two countries. These cultural imprints have greater implications for Vietnam and India relations, which have reached the heights of comprehensive strategic partnership. However, it is impossible to discuss the imprints of Indian culture in Vietnam without acknowledging the towering figure of President Ho Chi Minh. Born in May 1890, President Ho Chi Minh remained an iconic symbol of Vietnam's struggle for independence and a beacon of hope for people around the world, fighting for freedom and justice. President Ho Chi Minh drew inspiration from the Indian independence movement, particularly Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. His unwavering dedication to the cause of national liberation and his deep empathy for the oppressed were the guiding principle that led Vietnam to its eventual victory against colonial powers. In fact, on his way to Paris in June 1946, President Ho Chi Minh made a stop at Kolkata and stayed in the Lalit Great Eastern Hotel, a plaque that has been installed to commemorate the great leader's day. Ladies and gentlemen, in the modern world, the cultural contexts have tremendous impacts over bilateral or multilateral relations among countries. The Embassy of Vietnam and France, like you, will continue to introduce Vietnam's rich cultural identity, innovation, and modernity to the Indian people and vice versa. We learn from the Indian culture. So with the launch of many direct flights between Vietnam and India, cultural and people-to-people exchanges between the two countries are bustling, and the embassy have actively promoted the country and the people of Vietnam through many events, talk shows, interviews with the press agencies, proactive integrating Vietnamese cuisine into diplomatic activities. So in 2022, many cultural activities were organized by the embassy in coordination with the relevant agencies to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Vietnam-India diplomatic relations. And in December 2022, the Ministry of Culture of Vietnam and India signed a cultural exchange program which will offer greater collaboration and cooperation in the field. So ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, let us celebrate the enduring bond between India and Vietnam, our shared cultural heritage, exemplified by the imprint of Indian culture in Vietnam, including the profound influence of West Bengal, continue to shape our nation and strengthen our partnership. In this event, we already have a very rich and very good agenda. I would like you to further elaborate the values that both Vietnam and India share and how we can take full advantage of that to strengthen the bond and for the benefit of the people of India and the people of West Bengal and the people of Vietnam in particular. So I wish you all the best. I wish you that from now on we take the legacy, we take full advantage of what we have in the past to promote further our relationship. May I wish the legacy of Ho Chi Minh and Mahatma Gandhi, we will elevate our partnership to a higher level. So thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. This is your first visit to Calcutta, and I hope you are going to get a golden memory for your lifetime. And I also expected that Calcutta would never be neglected and would be at the center of your attention because of its geographical location and its history of solidarity that the people of Calcutta provided to Vietnam during its liberation war. Thank you very much. Now it's time to listen to the center of attraction of today's occasion. Taking this opportunity, I take the proud to request His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, to address all of us.
His Excellency, the Honorable Ambassador of Vietnam, Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya, Education Officer, Indian Museum, Mrs. Kusum Jain, President, IVSC, Mr. Prem Kapoor, Vice President, IVSC, brothers and sisters, and my dear friends. It gives me great delight to be here on this International Museum Day to celebrate the cultural heritage which is shared between the great country Vietnam and the great country India in the field of cultural cooperation, which stemmed from the days of the Chamba Empire or Chamba Kingdom, which was established by the Indians heartily with the approval and voluntary acceptance of the great people of Vietnam. I am reminded of my visit to the great country Vietnam a few years back. What I saw there appealed to my sense, stimulated my imagination. I was there in the Cu Chi tunnels, 273 kilometers of tunnels which were dug by the brave men of Cu Chi tribe during the Vietnam War, They fought a great empire. They won. Vietnam won the war because of its determination, its confidence, its never to accept no for an answer attitude. This is something which is to be experienced, not explained. I had the opportunity to bend myself and go inside the tunnel. Even walking inside the tunnel was an adventure. It is there that for years together, a brave people lived. They fought. They said, we have a mind never to strive to seek and never to yield. In Vietnam, I could see the reverberations of the exhortation given by Vivekananda. Its fulfillment in actual real terms. Arise, awake, stop not till you reach your goal. This is what Vietnam has done. This is what Vietnam has achieved. I was surprised to see when I went to the Cui Chi tunnels. They said the Americans thought we can conquer them. More powerful army with more powerful leaders and more powerful weapons can conquer a powerful army with powerful leaders and powerful weapons powerless. No. That was not the case with Vietnam. The enemy did not know where the bullets come from. The Vietnamese soldiers, they were inside the tunnel. And the American captain who was shot, he said in exasperation, before I die, I would like to see the general of the enemy army and shake hands with him. He has never seen such a brave general. And who is that brave general? You know his name, the brave general, Vo Nguyen Giap. Have I pronounced it well? The short-statured general, even shorter than Napoleon. You know, I have had the opportunity to be excited by his way. He fought the war, he won the war. I read somewhere, 300 trucks laid with supplies and ammunition were dispatched through the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And what is Ho Chi Minh Trail? There is no such road. Little bit of road, little bit of forest, little bit of Mekong River. But that was enough for the Vietnamese with determination. That was enough for them to win the war. This young general, the short-statured general, he saw 300 trucks laid with arms and ammunition left to the field. 30 trucks came back. The general, what happened? Why are you coming back? General, of the 300 trucks that went with us, 270 have been bombed by the enemy. The general asked, so? That is all the more reason why we should go forward. Why did you come backward? They had no answer. The general got into a truck. He drove the fleet. Bombs were above them. He drove ahead. Some were destroyed. He was not. He won. That is hardihood of Vietnam. And that is hardihood which makes them win a war which was considered to be impossible. The mission impossible, which was achieved in India by the frail fakir Mahatma Gandhi. Without firing a shot, the frail Mahatma Gandhi, Bapu, achieved a mission impossible. Similarly, Uncle Ho, Ho Chi Minh is Uncle Ho. Like Mahatma Gandhi is Bapu for us, Ho Chi Minh is Uncle Ho. I tell you, Your Excellency, Ho Chi Minh is Uncle Ho, not only for you, also for we in India, we in Kolkata. He is our Uncle Ho. As a humble occupant of the Raj Bhavan, I can tell you that one of the grand trees in the Raj Bhavan compound will be named Uncle Ho tree and will be revered. There is a tree which was planted by Uncle Ho in the Raj Bhavan compound when he came. We will certainly trace out that tree. Around that, we will have a memorial forest for Uncle Ho. That will be nurtured every year. And we will request His Excellency also to participate in this. India cannot forget Uncle Ho. We cannot forget Vietnamese. Yes, what did Vietnam do? I had the opportunity of going through the places where the Vietnamese army traveled 1,000 miles, more than 1,000 miles of Ho Chi Minh Trail. I could of course not complete the whole thing. I went there through the Mekong River. The Mekong River
was a symbol of the success and victory of Vietnam. All the supplies, all the manpower, all the ammunition passed through Mekong River. What Hooghly is for Kolkatans, Mekong is for the Vietnamese. Your Excellency, even though I am not an adventurous man, I was an adventure traveler. I went through the country boards to experience what my brethren in Vietnam had done against the enemy. I traveled through the country boat, then I left an island. I thought after about half an hour of country boat ride, I reached my village in Kerala. This calls for an explanation. I reached a small island in the Mekong River. I could see coconuts all over. I could see banana all over. I could see jackfruit all over. That is what is there in my village. This umbilical relation between Vietnam and India, the flora and fauna, everything looks like that of Kerala, the southernmost part of India where I come from. I also happen to be the chairman of the National Coconut Board. I was delighted to see coconut everywhere in the Vietnamese village which I visited. That is the connect which I have with your great country. And from there, may I confess, Your Excellency, I copied some of your things. I copied how goods are processed. Ordinary coconut is processed into great value-added product by the Vietnamese. I slowly, stealthily studied the formula. I gave it to my people in Kerala. Competitor number one, yes, because I had a job to do. I was a chairman of the National Coconut Board. And from the Mekong River, of course, I returned by motor boat. That also shows the modernity, the old blending with the new. That is the Vietnam of today that I saw. We have the country boats, we have the motor boats, both are there. The old is blending with the new. That is a great transformation which Vietnam has made. And Your Excellency, in the transformation which Uncle Ho has done there, we in India, in the last few years, our great Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he has given us a call, Atma Nirbhar Bharat, and we are also transforming this nation. It is not a change superficial, it is a fundamental change that is happening in this country. Transformational India. Yes, I remember the lines which were written by the poet W.B. Yeats, the Nobel laureate W.B. Yeats of Ireland, Irish poet. He was a Nobel laureate, and his great guru was Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. And of the Easter 1916 rebellion which took place, the revolution which took place in Ireland, of that the poet says, all changed utterly, a terrible beauty is born. All changed utterly, a terrible beauty is born. When the single man, frail man, Ho Chi Minh said, do it, there in Vietnam also, all changed utterly, a terrible beauty was born. That is the beauty which is going to be born in India. And we are two countries who are coming together. Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Your Excellency, we have come together. We will keep together. We will work together. We will create an Indo-Vietnamese model of development which will be there for the whole world to follow. Yes, we are looking forward to those days. And now, the Champa kingdom. Can anyone believe that a kingdom can be set up in another country without sword, without fight, without war? Yes, when the Britishers came to India, even Bertrand Russell said, they came with the Bible in hand and a sword on the other. Chinua Achebe, in Things Fall Apart, Chinua Achebe has written the same thing. How they came with the Bible in one hand and a sword in the other hand. When they came, he said, we had the land, they had the Bible, now they have the land, we have the Bible. That is a transformation which was there when the Britishers came to colonize in this country. But India, which believes in Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, India went there, not as conquerors. We went there for peace. The mariners who came from the province of Champa in Bihar, on the way from Kolkata and also from other ports, people joined them. This entourage reached Vietnam. And there, without a fight, without any war, they conquered through culture. with both hands. The Vietnamese accepted them. 5 kingdoms were set up without a shed of blood. That shows the greatness of Vietnam. They are there, willing to accept anything that is good. That is what we are seeing in the Indo-Vietnamese friendship. Vietnam accepts good. India disseminates good. It is a marriage of good and the good that we see in the Indo-Vietnamese friendship. And these kingdoms, you know, the relics of thousands, more than 1,000 Hindu temples were there. Hindu deities were there, all accepted with both the hands. There was no attack. There was no war. There was no fight. There was no belligerence. We conquered through love. In Latin it is said, Your Excellency, amor vincit omnia. Amor vincit omnia in Latin, which means love conquers all. India demonstrated in Vietnam, by establishing 5 kingdoms without a fight. Amor vincit omnia. Love conquers all. Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. And the great cosmopolitan mind, the eclectic mind of Vietnam, which received Hinduism from India with both the hands. Then came Buddhism. Now Buddhism is dominant there. Both offer links with this great country, India. Therefore, Vietnam is not just a new friend. Vietnam is an old friend. Though, of course, to represent that old friend, a very young ambassador has been sent. That is very welcome. As Voltaire said, Wordsworth said, blessed was it to be alive in those days, but to be young was very heaven. Yes, we have a young ambassador who is representing his old friendship between two great nations. That is a very happy paradox which we welcome. Let more youngsters come from there. Vietnam is a young country. It is that youthfulness which is reflected in the young ambassador. India is also a young country. Your Excellency, we are going to be the youngest country in the world with hardly 29 years as average age. India is going to lead. India is going to lead hand in hand with Vietnam. Why I am saying this? When somebody asked the great general and also the great Ho Chi Minh, how did you achieve this success against a country like America? He said the secret is simple. This is what Ho Chi Minh said, I happened to read the life and history and the deeds of a great king from India. And that taught me how to win against a powerful enemy. You know who was that king who inspired Ho Chi Minh to win the war? That king was none other than Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. There is a statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in Ho Chi Minh City. And I would say there is also a memorial for Vivekananda. Your Excellency, yes, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is a symbol of the valor of India. We have leaders like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Raj Bihari Bose, and BBD, Binoy Badal Dinesh. This is a land which has given rise to great revolutionaries, great fighters. There is certainly much to learn from Bengal. I am sure that this is a beginning of that realization of each other. I do not want to continue or take more of your time. This India-Vietnamese rainbow bridge, which is being erected here, should act as a bridge which will link these two countries, a rainbow bridge, I say. This bridge is done to the 7 colors of love and affection, mutual friendship, brotherhood, camaraderie, and harmony. These are the 7 colors which form this rainbow bridge. We will certainly connect with each other through this rainbow bridge. And where does India stand? Where does Vietnam stand? What is it? We are 2 countries, but we have one mind. I remember what a poet has done. He said, the crow once asked a swan, you are very white and I am very dark. I am black. Which is better? My black color or your white color? The swan said, your black is good. My white is also good. But the crow was not willing to accept this. The crow said, no, that's not the way. Say something clearly. Is my black better or your white better? Then they said, well, let's do one thing. We will sit on the wayside. You look that side, I look this side. Okay. Let the passers-by decide which is better. People came. A strange bird, white on one side, black on the other side. They looked at it and they said, what is this? We don't understand. Another guy came and said, oh, I have understood. Oh, this is two outside, but one inside. That is India and Vietnam. Two outside, but one inside. We will stay together. Vietnam is a nation which reflects the ethos of Bengal. In Bengal, our Gurudev taught us where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. Chitta jata vaishunno, ucha jata shir, gyan jata mukto. Vietnam is also a nation where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. Let us join hands, we shall overcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. In fact, I was supposed to take notes of your address. I forgot. I was so mesmerized listening your depth of knowledge that covers Kuchi Tunnel and its length, and Ho Chi Minh and Mekong Ganga and many more, and Cham culture. I was so mesmerized I forgot to take notes. Thank you very much to have you with us. This program would not have been the same without you. We are really glad to have you. Thank you very much for blessing with us with your gracious presence. Thank you very much. I now take this opportunity to request Mr. Prem Kapoor, the Vice President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, to offer a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Prabha. Your Excellencies and friends, I have been entrusted with the most pleasant job of proposing a vote of thanks. On my own behalf and on behalf of Indian Museum and Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, I offer my sincere gratitude to His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, for kindly addressing our seminar at such a short notice. Your Excellency, I am sincerely thankful to you for your such a wonderful and enlightening address. I am also thankful to His Excellency Mr. Nguyen Than Hai, the Honorable Ambassador of SR Vietnam in India, for making it convenient to come all the way from Delhi to Kolkata to be present in this seminar despite his pressing engagements. We are also thankful to Dr. Sayan Bhattacharya, the Education Officer, Indian Museum, for kindly extending a helping hand and offering all-out cooperation to us to make this seminar and the photo exhibition a grand success. I would be failing in my duty if I don't thank the members of staff of the Indian Museum for their indispensable cooperation in arranging and organizing the photo exhibition and the seminar. My thanks are due to Mrs. Kusum Jain, the President of Indo-Vietnam Solidarity Committee, who is the driving force of our organization after the sad demise of our mentor and guide Gitesh Sharma ji due to COVID in 2021. She is successfully carrying forward the rich legacy of Gitesh ji along with all her colleagues. We are thankful to the local print and electronic media for their kind support. We are also thankful to Dr. Prabhamai Samantrai, lecturer of English in Kendrapara College, Odisha, for her wonderful moderation of this seminar. We are thankful to Mr. Jagdish Mishra, Mr. Amitabh Chakravarti, Mr. Bimal Sharma, Mr. Arvind Kori, Mr. Shahid Hussain Shahid, Dr. Shahid Farogi, Miss Aarti Singh, Dr. Zarina Zareen, Dr. Geeta Dubey, Ravel Pushp, Dr. Sufia Yasmin, and all the members of our committee who helped in organizing this photo exhibition and seminar in such a short time. Last but not the least, I offer my sincere thanks to all of you ladies and gentlemen present here, without whose presence and participation in this seminar could not have been meaningful and successful. Thank you all once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prem Kapoor. Now, I again would like to request everyone to please keep stand up. We are going to play the national anthem of India and Vietnam to respect both the nations and our rich history that we have. Now it's time for Vietnamese national anthem. Thank you very much. The inaugural session of this 133rd birth anniversary of Ho Chi Minh is got terminated, and I request the audience to please clear the passage so that the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, would get an easy pass. I request the audience to please kindly pass the passage. I again would like to thank His Excellency, the Governor of West Bengal, to bless with us this occasion. Thank you very much.